Na mo acha mo akwa ba Adom TV so ni o hwen live baby a wo bia no na pay ya mo ache kwan strong so kra o tie nka so asempa 94.7 FM. Nti se wo hwen wo tie yen ye da se papa se me nda bia no o gibre na wo twi dwumadie don hwiri mienu ye de esinkunya na fe ye twetwen komobidin e the chief Jerry Force dwumadie ye the free studios ha 355 Fanofa Street e wo kokomlemle enkran e na ye de ebrewo e na November boso me de toso ensia nse kakra ya nimu a na ye kono ya mo bibia achimyo e mo bibia akwaba anapai enkoma eda pono so ehu hia pa esan se e won krabata bebre am gidi se bewie no won so odi ewo mu no obetimi afade afri mu na wotwe ya na Ashesi University Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ekoma lecture digitalization of our economy ya brofo kakraka titriti anapai ye bejibre yedwumade anu achecheche mu afan de di kan no ya betwetwe nkomo one on one na fe brofo no ya papam na fe yehunu de wo pa kire poten sabe me na o watch match anse so te brofo no titriti say ya ye fa ba fu kwan so ama o man yesi kasem atimi agida ne nan so ho nkomo na ye ba betwetwe ma me enda me production team o ma bo adwuma papa Kofi Ampelu and the rest of the team me do ma sepa me bo ma ba so ma bo adwuma anapai opani a me ne be hye nkomo twetwe no ase the executive secretary to the vice president Ura Augustine Blay watnase mene no ebe hye nkomo twetwe no so pani oye IT guru pa eba na abafo ne ma wo hwe afidie kura no a off air ne atwetwe nkomo a Ura Blay akwaba yo TV so
yo
what say you aboko de
yami Adom
office boko His Excellency the Vice President
Adom ni pa ebo nyina ho ye
the nyame ase well zoom straight into the conversation. One of the key words are yete ebra His Excellency the Vice President one man lecture no the word interoperability ubekire yemu adekora ye na fei sa word ne beto ho no ano the opposition NDC say dwumadie bi a wo mo ehya ase empo ansa na wo befra bam wo mo make reference to Gibbs ne ne ka ho nyina enti no say MPP for banam be kasa asif say Ghana na kura bi a ye nimade e fre na abefo mfidie ni ade kura no a you don't have a point. We are not saying as somebody a key member of the Vice President's team.
Yo, CJ, medase. I'm initiative for His Excellency Nnawotwe Akufo-Addo and His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Baumia. Omo ani se dinhunu na ye di echire. Digitization Vice President Emma Home speech Tuesday no. Na as I said Vice President echire in different projects ahodoa Nnawotwe Akufo-Addo the government in aye since 2017 no kan nyina bomo o man nyina hu vision is adi hu a president woman Ghana inti say o bisa no mobile money interoperability Gibbs no Gibbs mo create no in 2007 under President Kufuor inti se ye pese kan se yen fanko mfitiasie na yen hwemo mo hya ase ye na yen bo omo abaso a na yen free mfitiasie President Kufuor nyansa vision no set up gift in 2007
okay
so mo manage interoperability between banking systems and non-banking institutions anything ye share omo share gifts ase and the Gibbs issue module na ase no na yes omo bo ama banks and clearance or checker from Stanchart na so the mobile and or banking or Fidelity as something bo amane clear but nyame na hye bibia in 2008 na MPP aban free NDC right in NDC zoom gusu yo omodwuma fine but in 2017 President His Excellency Nnawotwe Akufo-Addo ba so okay say yen hwe sa interoperability no amema emfato ho bi so ni WhatsApp na SMS text me send SMS text bro or WhatsApp unsantimi nka because SMS message no any WhatsApp enkasa sanso na o send WhatsApp to Telegram and so then intimi nkasa it's a me send bro obetimi akenkan no we be WhatsApp no wa send no WhatsApp no WhatsApp so akonyonko no WhatsApp so WhatsApp to WhatsApp there it's me SMS to SMS so it's me sa na tie kaneno inti tameba pa so beka ya na boy NDC say no almost on ba be e am part no ba be no more project be on ba be so be sa interoperability no for the cost of about $1 billion.
Okay.
The vice president
but answer the call figure the 1 billion ni mo no. Adwuma ban na mo ba ban mo after 2007 2008 mo fra ban mo ba back. Adwuma ban na mo be hu say NDC aban no oye with regards sa interoperability.
No mo nya hwe.
No mo nya hwe. Really?
The na wo ni say, you wo ni say. So say na me try say no. So WhatsApp na me send a message from SMS on sanka.
Yes.
Into mo obi a telcos no o won crofo mo to e bia o receive message no wa copy into ni WhatsApp mu no wa send message into me MTN. Na se me send sika abrewa. Me send ko a wo Vodafone. Me send ko MTN na. Omo wo fintech no account bi wo Vodafone. Omo ji sika no MTN no ma ko mo Vodafone account mu.
Okay.
Omo di amount. So it's not interoperable. So there's a step in the middle.
That was the state in 2017.
So it's not direct. Say MTN direct to you. Okay. There was a step. That's how the architecture was.
Okay.
When you're NDC MPP, where the architecture of technology, because there was really no direct leadership. I say you push telcos, fintechs, and banks, to join their hands to go around it, no. Now fintechs, any telcos are in home. So people send this sky free MTN and Vodafone. Send bra, more MTN, na maji, na fintechs naji. No more discount, more discount for more fintech na account more over Vodafone. No more year for more account na come wow Vodafone. Into your buy under leadership of the presidency, okay, young the interoperable. The bank sana. So sending messaging from WhatsApp to call SMS more on Sabeka. Who sending message from SMS to WhatsApp as well on Sabeka. So there is no longer a middle step. Who send it into your buy and say MTN Montanasi, all the telcos internasi, banks internasi, Easywich internasi. Nenye sa interoperability no. Into Hebanisa, me send it a scan abroad from MTN to Vodafone. I call Gibbs or not Gibbs are sending. Into Gibbs I say traffic controller. Okay. This kind of
green light.
So that is the interoperability.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. At the cost of 4.5 million.
Okay. But 4.5 million.
Yeah,
now say NDC for how much?
No, that's what they plan to do. I'll let them explain. By end they for $4.5 million.
Okay.
At the time the project was about $1 billion. So that is
4.5 billion. You say
1 billion versus 4.5 million.
Million. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Omoka said they were thinking about it. Of course, they were thinking about it. No more junior home some baby. Yeah. So interoperability. No more engage a third party. Yes. Yes. So we are not taking that away from them. The efficiency say are the cheaper cost to the state, and it's working. And I might say Ghana is at the leading edge of financial fintech industry. Okay. That's the story about money interoperability.
NDC MPP, but say the link between digitalization and economic development. What is that link actually? Rabli? The
link on the economic development at the core of it, productivity. Say we are carpenter. Now to me 2 tables. And I'm so why efficient in the tino. Why require bit my more tables. Okay. Instead of doing 2, it's what me about 10, 20 because when your tools be a bit more wow. Okay. We mason ultimately only 10 bricks an hour. And I'm say when we acquire better in tino. Now instead of laying 10 bricks an hour, ultimately 100 bricks an hour. About increasing productivity. If you are transforming the economy, it increases the revenue. So on and so forth. In the digitization, a human being will be a woman. Teacher, a human being a buying a woman. I say buying to me more efficient. Now, if I say efficiency in buying one, a team of bois or mine businesses, individuals. Let me give an example. Yes. Say, who call DVLA and also call port and as we engage you with any passport office. Now, got now for 4 hours, 5 hours. Or the only one say ube fill form, no the manual check and all go. What the sky ema buying? Ube fill form. Who could do 4 hours or 4 hours no? Na go bet me there. We are carpenter. Bet me there 10 or of 20 more tables. Not if I can train. So in this that time no, so buying to me the digitalization bar. Now instead of spending 4 hours at a place interactive government, now you spend only 30 minutes. Not 3.5 hours. No one. What do you call you man? we're going to engage in more productive activities. In this and it's what you and president or the vice president, digitalization and co or mine any business.
Okay. What you can tell for say, wait me join in via Zoom link, no, we will get on the Zoom and then engage you. I feel WhatsApp line also at the WhatsApp message. Fafa hoya Benjamin afia can kind the amount. And be a Zoom for no ho na fe WhatsApp for no so ya can kind messages at the amount. Orably, I feel Yambra listening to the Vice President.
Yes.
Or identify some shortcomings and sana mobile in the health sector, yes, in the address system and all that. Yamfa shortcomings, no, by community and Sabina Fayaba. Yamfa maybe the achievements that you guys are trumpeting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, in terms of infant-free health, Vice President or my in fact will be was in 2002. 2002. Nani Papa Yare, no here moja. Omuchini or tamala, muchini tamale, as you share moja na omuenyebi. Papa na that store na no modi. Where they store the blood bank no ni ho by the time omu no be a blood bank na yi moja na papa ayanyame de. Okay, in the call Silicon Vice President a local IT companies call Silicon Valley in 2018. In the meetings in a zipline penifo na ba na some be hu Vice President no mu chere say Mr. Vice President your solution ni the zipline drones plane kotwe ba bebia omo hia moja mundi bi no plane bit ma fa moja no e dia call but Vice President here so no was our personal experience on share mo bia ante that me I didn't know on or share in public in Tuesday nipa bi but to him no it was solving a problem bia on one kasa as a citizen in 2012 experience here into him say ene samre in 2018 na Ghana for bebre so e experience the same thing I say let's bring it to Ghana into a bag Ghana. What are we doing? So, they say no, more 4 distribution centers across the country. You have back Eastern region, Western, North, Ashanti, and Northeast. In no be honoma, ni boarding. So, I say we cross in Luna. We have machines ni boarding. Untiminya some machines no baby. She say hospital, big hospitals no some machines ni wo. The already be two. Oh, infant says we make and I say a tree. Now, so money some machine night me across in Luna. Answer being a drone their fire ambulance, more car, a free a crack. I could Kumasi, I could Yosu, I bet I could do say we make and the BSc. Ain't the most solution is say, Yenfa distribution centers in NCO. Yenfa those machines need me cross in Luna, insist those distribution centers no. Moja so we are O negative. Sa moja na ho na pa. Na se uni moja here moja. Na se hospital hall moja ni ho. O make sure say my friend, ko hwehwe moja ni bibra ansana ya hwew. Wo ko hwehwe moja no na se bi ni ho a nyame amfata be nyame de. Sa na vice president example no ete. The never sa moja nso yen de enkura ho. Inti wo bebi a wo bia within that catchment area no se wo hia se drone na se wo bia kaw. Now say walk out to be very, very dangerous. Yamfa serum now mount within the accepted limiter. Benyamindia. Inti the sa indro no I could go zipline ho. Inti doctor no air show not so here send no here moja immediately. And also the WhatsApp and or the platform that platform say me a cheap compound and a district hospital A me here moja and I say drew immediately. Now machine after drone within 30 minutes in the draw.
And this has contributed to economic development.
It has contributed to obia ni papa eko jumo carpenter or sora oko jumo bia or the sky ebe fie ehwe ne ma ehwe na busion for. Oni parko ne ka bia ne ma na busion for no ho be kire. So the background so contributing to tax payment. The tax payment goes into the coffers of the state in terms of helping build roads and building hospitals.
Okay.
Saving these lives. Saving those lives. The revenue generation of the country. You can say almost 100 flights a day.
Zipline flights.
Out of the 4 distribution centers, 100 in each center, about 400 flight a day. Every time the drone flies, it's a life that is being saved. It is a family being spared.
You are saying there are 100 flights from each station?
On average, yes.
On average, a day?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir. So because of the wide adoption, it's a silent and vice president kind. It's a soft infrastructure. This is a road where you're building, where you're into but
for you war in crime, for instance, Obi argue say, oh, that man who said drone be na wiema e demoja ko baby da for we who are in the cities.
Yeah, say Ghana nye only Accra. Nye cities nkwa na Ghana for. Omamwo nkrase. Omamwo extreme omo voter region ni oti almost omo here omo tua taxes omo Ghana ma into aban interventions say aban adwene omo ho kai hu say the cornerstone of His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo policies no inclusiveness say be policies and say programs be cover obia nya say ma Accra fo nko and say West North fo nko but try to include everybody. In Accra, because you have the facilities, but now facilities, but now your Kwalebu, your big hospitals, but more actually, more work out modebia, munya drone no mu, more moja to a man on Moko Hospital. They will go to the rough roads, acquiring na moja to mudro, moja ni ho, no mu tumuja, na moja ni ho. Nyamian pata, no maka baby. Almost a Ghana for here intervention. This is that intervention, the inclusiveness of government's policy.
One of the shortcomings may identify revenue generation.
Yes, sir.
And no, mode Ghana.gov platform no, and I must say mode Sesaniama.
Yes.
Ghana.gov platform platform very important.
Ghana.gov platform, no, should I say? Seutia. Buying services, so uhian birth certificate, uhian passport,
uhian
driver's license, any interaction with government. Na so udiscan emma buying nipa e bimo honoma scan omo mfa into aban coffers mu na omo dia to na omo dia show bottom. E bi honum sma in France DVLA easy to explain. DVLA ukudru obeto Goro Boys no. Goro Boys no mujiska. In the citizens with Drew Holman, Marjorie almost said, or money DV, or more DVLA directly, on be bread, on be waste your more time, because a fast, Naira, Cobra, no more cheska, a premium to the Goro Boys. Now, Goro Boys, any DVLA deal. But Scano Muciano and co a buying professional. All right. Into a buying say, Yenfa digitization, computer near mano, Yenfa replace Goro Boys no. Your money more efficient. The ban is sana so we hear services are. Ghana.gov platforms no. Share service now or share no. Tia honka. DVLA for an answer a buying service for on say what you have for this
apply
service.
For BB and now what you have for this.
Okay. Then they will reach out to you and say Yensaka into bra on this day bra beji will serve their own here no. So ban sana what remove Goro Boys na every hall. Into what we have seen in DVLA specifically. In 2016, just for a reference point, now more revenue about 98 million a year.
In 2016?
2016.
Okay.
2020, last year, 220 million. In 2021, as of August, they were about 186 million revenue. Adding to, or more remove Goro Boys nefru ho. In the premium nana do donate chairman Goro Boys and say omun chairbium in the scanner quite scan Goro Boys omuji scanner say be omuji 500 omuji 100 na ma buy na 400 na kompoto. So they be so I buy ni panaji 100 na all the 80 action button no 20 ama buying. But you say you Goro Boys na free na chase scan directly into a buying coffers moon. Say 100 that 100 no be kwa buying ho. 400 na extra na chairman Goro Boys don't chairman mubium o the show den bottom. So because of that there's a increase in traffic. Say will be at me directly to DVLA to now Omako receive services at Omuhiano. And until now, revenue na increase highly. So Ghana.gov is a platform to make it easy for citizens to receive service from government and then pay for the services.
Okay. Accessing Ghana.gov platform, say can I access this platform? Say is that how it works? And now so you need to be at a special location just for education purposes. That's
how it works. 3 interfaces.
Okay.
Internet on the web. ghana.gov.gh. And a mobile app on been launching by the end of the year. Now you want USSD for YAM for no star 222 hash to have access to it. Sana a Ghana.gov. But another thing the government coverage. To do an raise instance a bimu village. There's no network there until Muntimi access that. But in addition to this digitization drive, there's also a strong push to increase the coverage, network coverage in the country. GIFEC or program BIA, the goal is that by 2023, 95% of the country will be covered. In the first term, Omontimi installed about 900 sites. They have 1,500 more sites to go to try to reach Omontimi cover country now by 95%. So those sites are more installed. MTN, Vodafone, all the network can come on them as well.
But my figures in EBU as we speak. 900
sites installed, 1,500 more to go by the end of 2023.
Okay.
To increase coverage, network coverage by 95%. That's the information that GIFEC is working with.
Okay, so how is the reach like out of 900? No, maybe if identify some regions and districts how the coverage in because I'm going to follow up with another question.
Yes. So the coverage, what GIFEC does is say, more region BIA, no more share, baby on betimi are connected. Say a line of sight. So what ha, that's what network. So mutimi share baby on betimi and the next site on betimi do machine is
okay.
So we surveying depending on the project rollout. Like I said, this nation, region by region.
Okay.
They scatter it across as they keep expanding their reach. So they can speak to it specifically from as to which particular community or district is doing that.
Okay.
But I know, say, 900 sites the past for 4 years have been installed. They have 1,500.
Okay. Orably, are we not leaving certain people out? Maybe because you see, acquire bareful. Sebi, ubi or what trap ya sebi. One cool school da na oka ghana.gov okoye den ho plan be kra no be fa so ebi kra na internet kra nya adwuma e wo ho are we not leaving certain people behind?
The cornerstone of Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the president, His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo policies, inclusiveness. But we need say there are certain limitations. The coverage around the country, everywhere, in Ghana nationwide, but at the same time, we have limited resources. There is a certain principle in technology, is the 80-20 rule. Into all share the weight mark cover 80 now, you increase efficiency around the 80. Now what you use resources now what make it available to target the 20 to make it more easier and then meet their need. In the case you train all the coverage now, no, you will never get there. Start with the 80% now one. Make the boom or more sitting or more interaction with government easier. Making resources available so that those agencies can then target or more need internet needs more money network. So now we can say okay, everyone say a shed any network or but in they travel for 2 days to receive services. Add more resources there to make it easier for them. So it's all about the management of the economy and the efficient management of the resources of the country.
Ghana card play major role in some community because of speed. Mobile banking, enrolling onto the Ghana card. I'm saying, if I'm right, the Vice President mentioned 15.7 million people so far.
Enrolled.
And I'm just saying you are planning to enroll more by 2022.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
No.
The benefits we are going to getting from these Ghana card, then we'll get into some specifics.
The first thing is to understand say, do wana more Ghana ha no more businesswomen, access to financial services is very important. In this banks anymore, we need identity. Say ID ni yenimu papa, yenimu mame, yenimu free. Usually banks in person with this come out. And finance what you way, so we bow in chain. Now so here 50,000 as loan. Now we need so on man.
Debbie.
And said to do here scam so mudiga, only here scam or more business akoso. But they don't know them. Banks are more scam don't know them. So the first thing President can say, you're making sure they identify all the Ghanaian citizens. What the banks were doing is they used to voters' ID as a way of identifying them. But no had inherent risks because it's not really a secured way to identify people. If you buy a from no more loan 10,000, or Muntia, no more some with no buy from Kofi, no more loan 20,000, no more some with from Kwame. The banks are never back home for also multiple times, no loan. Like you say, scanner essay the man a bit more. Omo legitimate no omo nsanka and nam sa risk into banks no interest rate no e cost government says wo so no betua e bia ba ko gina na de wo ntua nti e be ma wo interest rate na cost in case say we ntua na do dey na cover nti we no ntimi ntua nti na banks na den e punish you and am say mini identity nti aban say ye make sure say obia benya ni Ghana card. As we speak, 15.7 billion people, Ghanaians have the Ghana card. And banks now are integrating the Ghana card into their system as we speak. Okay. So that by next year, no only banks say in Kitahua or maybe say Ghana card way. It gives them the assurance that now in himself by loan now untimi is sound within untimi so then what nanka obetua and nam so be into amount interest rate across no afi banks no behwe so metima amount interest rate na den abafom na afi you default tima akonya loans a metima ya business ni nyina na eboa economy no. Okay, from next year the vice president Amaya say Ghana card yi ebe dani e-passport and no kra no say is going to be accepted in 197 countries yeah. And 44,000 airports. Yes. We are saying beyond passport. How is it going to work? The kind says so far plane baby union ID. So far plane from Accra to Kumasi union ID. Yes. And I'm saying you walk in Ghana Haintino. ID on budget to me driver's license on budget to Ghana card on budget to passport on budget to what the people about on to because people identify ID. That's within Ghana. Yes. Now, so who free Ghana and also free Nigeria within ECOWAS, Nigeria, Benin, Togo, Ghana, Mali, Ivory Coast, who free any ECOWAS country ever Ghana. Ube here passport. Moving from international port to any international port, we here passport. Until for driver's license, until for BBI, just a passport. Now, so only passport this is called embassy or the embassy man laissez passer. Paper B, that's the only accepted document to move, which means moving from one international airport to another. Now, I didn't almost say only passport, because more international organization, being ICAO, International Civil Aviation Organization, or control protocol for verifying traveling document at international airports. And the passport now, or maybe a passport must meet that standard. So passport now meets that standard now. Untimin Fanko International Airport. Okay. International Ghana is a passport because old passport name meets that standard. No, the new passport is meeting that standard. Now Ghana card is a requirement under our law. Say Ubianya Ghana card. It's also in compliance. Say within ECOWAS in terms of economic integration. Say free movement, saying you know, moving from any country to another. I say Ubianya a card, a biometric card. And for us to meet our local Ghanaian requirement and ECOWAS requirement, I say Ubianya card. Sakard miba. Sakard I say a meet ICAO standard. Into I meet this ICAO standard. Not the can say. I say DBB can. The can say. So what mean the encryption algorithm? No ECOGUSA ICAO international database no more. Now. Ghana card meet standard now ultimately moving from one airport.
It makes it acceptable.
Exactly.
Okay. Exactly. And, is this going to replace the hard passport now?
It's not going to. Vice President Chirasi said the current international standard that does not allow for the passport to be replaced. What it does is say because a visa stamp, the standard has not reached the point of saying visa and
so card
also. Okay. So the standard today is the visa stamp into the passport.
And your best stamp or hard
visa passport.
Now the Ghana card the passport
Now
and that's what we're going to travel with.
Now Ghana card, the reason why it is Vice President made that statement. Let me clarify. So America. Vice President can clearly say Ghanaians can travel from outside into Ghana. So, free Ghana, Eco America, who here visa. visas no say no it has to be in your passport. So be here or passport no until Ghana card no enko. We be here now outside. Now say only passport. Now say oh kwa laissez-passer. But instead of going for laissez-passer, if you have your Ghana card, you don't need the laissez-passer because your Ghana card now the machines na airport no bet me I can carry information in Ghana card. So
okay.
Into transfer swap a machine bet me can carry. And I'm saying machine bet me can carry. You are authorized to travel from outside into as a Ghanaian because we have visa.
Okay.
As a Ghanaian, we have visa to come into Ghana.
Okay.
Into your Ghana card, no can suffice. And say be more than mobile. If I say my baby, there's an agent needs on some bag, emergency on Ghana. Now if your passport no, on passport naira. A babu because the passport and babu wouldn't say months to But in that inconvenience, no, if you have your Ghana card, you have to walk with the line. I train on something by just 6 months of our Ghana card, Udru airport. Now I'm say yeah, member of ICAO to swap here airport and say yes, we can recognize this document as a travel document. Best niko Uko Ghana.
Augustine Blay, the executive secretary to the vice president. Oh man, I wish we had enough time because now can say share Ghana Post GPS in the because vice president say as we speak 7.5 million properties in Ghana and I registered. Tell us more about that. Okay.
So 7.5 million. You say it's a vice president can about Google. Okay. Until them say Uko Google Google. Also the Adom TV Shema EBEAP.
Yeah.
If you say Google 8 Yanko Foka, so Omon try say Omunye find out addresses of the key areas in the country, no, on front of Omo machine. That's what Google is doing.
Okay.
You're free. They are paying people to do that. Now, so Quabrichira, who address, physical address. Example 125 Machine Drive, Fort Washington, Maryland. So address no a the address in Google man, Google just say omo map sa address into geolocation first. Now from this information me knowing akoto Google.
Okay.
And therefore we share ayina Google because oh address we minim no. Na baby a map is no nie enti say which man navigate alcohol. That's what Google does. Okay. Enti the end the say yen all the geolocation in Ghana. Now you identify 6.5 million property addresses in Ghana. Now you map on. And Google say, my main share them more. Near the sample data command Google. Google show man and say, yep. And they say, and it's a mutual scale.
But shouldn't it have been the other way around?
Which other way around?
The consultation with Google.
Yes.
Even before we kickstart our system in now. Now and yet. And second, any more edin kita ho ansa na ya bedu abetu sanko mo.
Well, me find me essentially. My village, my house, Google call. Me village, Google call. So we share Google map now. So we share. We Accra. We say a dance is here. But we share western of baby, and I say western region baby, and a northern region, and a OT, and a Volta region baby. Ye a bled. Okay. Because Google, Google.
Okay.
So we as Ghanaians, and I'm saying, under the leadership of the president, ID is important for the transformation of the economy. Address is important here for the transformation of the economy. They say, okay, let's do our ID, let's do our address, let's give it to Google because here and Google says,
on this Ghana Post GPS.
Well, address system. In the Ghana Post GPS, in terms of course, initially I have to check. I think it was about 4 million. I have to don't quote me. I have to go and check the exact numbers on there. So Ghana Post here, first. To identify the 16 billion, I'll get back to you on the actual details. 16 billion, 5.5 meters square, each 5.5 meters square of the country, no, mine will be our unique identifier. Now, if you looking around the whole country, each property, you identify the unique property address for that property. And now, vice president can about 7.5 million. Now, if you are linking into the street name, street number, there are 2 plates. So as you speak, on every house or every property, teams are fix it onto the property. Digital address. Now it's easier to now communicate. Just they said any.
Okay. Fact check, quick one. On Vice President, as someone can say, Ghana is the first country in Africa and one of the few in the world to achieve this type of interoperability.
Yes, sir.
Yes. The fourth estate, and even Media Foundation for West Africa, one more fact check, we say Tanzania in Africa is supposed to be the first country. One more SSI interoperability, and I'm on to say.
Yeah, see the interoperability that we are talking about. Now, we are talking about telco to telco, telco to bank, bank to e-switch, and having those the vast called the triangle. Many do now me interoperability na. So me try say in the beginning.
Yes.
And yet the no. Yeah.
Okay, so you mean the scope?
And then I say, oh yeah, CJ. First no, unti French, unti English, unti Spanish. Just here ni three. Inti ukwa sorry a so be interpreting out. So mu preach you French man so be interpreting out. Inti the IN say no longer interpretation. Somehow in the digitalization I am always say what French to English to Spanish into kasa what. That is the core of the architecture of the mobile money interoperability. The other thing here and say omo ntem was na mo the interpreter as you see omo nchen. Into omo kasa no one interpret actual MTN one interpret Vodafone. Vodafone no one interpret MTN. Na I say interoperability. What in China also mutimi kasa omo ho. Ampa mutimi kasa omo ho because omo interpreter omo nchen. But the AI say he interpreter is nephew. Somewhere using the digitalization and the architecture is a wo as Gibbs no who now your interpreter MOBA.
Okay.
And that is the uniqueness of Ghana's architecture.
Okay.
And in Tanzania there no any Kenya there no any Nigeria there any there nyepe. After na umba be do baby aye do no. But it's difficult to achieve because I say banks no some of the banks will lose revenue. Telcos will lose revenue because then finances how you MTN now a lot of customers.
Yeah.
Now say me no one like kasa easier. One shall over scale for me customers.
Yeah.
But me microphone omo sending sika me network more a better profit from it.
Okay.
So it requires stakeholder consultation and understanding almost vision.
Okay.
It's a difficult thing to do.
Mr. Blay,
yes.
CCTV cameras.
Yes.
Dodo was saying because we are getting contradicting figures. How many have you installed? Because Vice President said as of 2017, mobile, you know, not 800 CCTV cameras and an system, no emo. As of 2021, you have 10,000 CCTV cameras. Is that correct?
Well, the Vice President says 10,000.
Yes.
Right. The information that for the preparation for the speech is what the Vice President kind of know. But they say who say, and yet the output, the number of cameras na can want them is the outcome. I didn't install the cameras no. I say I didn't because the numbers of cameras you can install it but not achieve the outcome.
But you have to give us the correct figure.
Well,
of
I'll get back to you.
The number of CCTV cameras we have.
Yes,
in the system.
The Vice President can say
before we even talk about the output.
the number of CCTV cameras in the Vice President's speech, he mentioned that 10,000 cameras have in addition to what existed before. Sana Vice President can. The information he got before giving the speech is what he spoke about it. So that's what we'll go by.
Mr. Blay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, Augustine Blay, the Executive Secretary to the Vice President. And Atwetwe and Komono. Yaba, intimi usebetimi aye Zoom no kakra na afia kenkan WhatsApp messages ni bia aba, and then we jump into the next phase of Nnawotwe. Meeting the Chief Jerry Forson. Yaba sisi ya.